last night was the Pinewood Derby. The Riz Show had a car entered in the Cool Fire Media Pinewood Derby.
Yes.
To benefit the Ollie Hinkle Heart Foundation.
How'd we do?
We didn't do great.
Well, I wonder.
If you want to show the car.
I wonder why we didn't do great.
Do you want me to tweet out or to show the photos of the people?
Yeah. There were some. It was like 40 cars there. Again, it was all for it was a charitable thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Donnie, you're.
You get the wheels too close here. What are you doing?
I had to use a spacer. I literally used a wheel spacer. Nobody helped me, okay?
Excuse me.
Except for Learn and Tim.
Thank you. I'm on the phone with him Sunday.
I did have to modify, some of your because you couldn't make the cuts
It's
like I
fine.
wanted to. Nobody helped me except for Learn and Tim.
Tim, I showed him the car last night because you were at Olive and Oak. And I go, the Derby's tonight. He goes, let me look at what Riz did to the car. And I showed me. He goes, that's not what we made for him at all. I go, look. It's his car. He can do what he wants. But you did do the flag, which Tim was suggesting.
Tim wanted a flag, so I put a Riz Show flag on it.
Did that slow it down?
It did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, not a good idea from
Yes,
my
it
husband.
did.
Thank you for highlighting that. Yes, Tim.
As a matter of fact, during the car raced 3 times. Lost twice, and one of the guys goes, do you want to take the flag off? Because that is causing drag on the car. And once we took the flag off, we won. We won one of the heats.
All right.
There you go.
Hey, there's something.
But some of these cars that these particular companies brought, you could tell an engineer from MIT worked on this thing.
Right.
Someone with
Gorgeous.
tools.
Well, and that's
somebody who gave a crap. I glued a couple Riz Show logos on it. Cut out a Riz Show logo to make a flag and spray painted it kind of like gold.
I let you down. I'm sorry. We talked a big game.
We talked a big game.
I was unavailable.
I had to enter something.
For the engineering phase.
I might as well have just raced a block of wood.
And Rafe was upset because we were supposed to, fashion this car to look like his blade toe. And so he had to go out of town. And so
who's going to do
who's going to
race
that?
it? All right, let's carve the Pinewood Derby car into a toe. Who's going to do that?
Yeah,
I tried.
That does seem different.
Who's going to do that? Yeah. I don't know how to woodwork anything. I had to have the car in for inspection on Wednesday.
Did you have a pocket knife? You just start whittling.
I whittled that.
Toes.
Tim had a miter saw, and I don't understand what that meant. I thought it was
It cuts angles.
Okay, well, it looked like a table saw to me. So I thought, we have a table saw in our garage. So Tim's out there building us a bench, and on Sunday I go, oh my God, you got to cut this car because we got the Derby on Thursday. And he's shimmying it, and we're texting you, what do you want this thing to look like?
Sunday night.
And then Tim is going, I think I'm going to cut my hand off because this saw was because the little piece of wood that you got to cut these cars out of are itty bitty, and this miter saw is essentially a huge, gnarly looking blade. Anyway.
These cars that were entered were gorgeous.
Well, you could even see back when Dexter did it, you could see the dads that sort of had that flair amongst themselves to do those cars.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those dads. I can't.
And the Pinewood Derby for Cub Scouts is supposed to be father and son supposed to work on this together.
Yes.
Right.
There were cars that were entered when I was a kid during the Pinewood Derby. Clearly the kid had nothing to do with it.
Right.
Clearly the kid had no input at all. Dad was probably don't touch it. I got it.
Right.
Yep.
We'll just put both our names on it.
Right. Go inside, do your homework.
Go inside. I got this. So some of these cars last night, again, these were adults. I think the Missouri Cannabis Association had a car, and they had 2 joints as afterburners. Yeah, that were lit. That were lit as it ran down the track.
That's brilliant.
That is hero work.
Did they get points for design because weren't there awards given for design?
Design. There were slowest car.
Yeah.
Slowest car design. We would have won the worst design. By the way,
we should have gone for slowest car. I didn't know that was an award. We could have
waited
done.
down.
Oh no, there was a car there that didn't make it down the track
because they were going for that.
No, I was sitting next to the guy that was whose car that was. It was not going for that. It wound up being that way. Anyway. Wow. Anyway, I sent Learn as well. I sent all you guys the videos of the 2 runs. The first run I was trying to film. I was so excited that I didn't catch the ending.
So you know what? I'll do the second. I'll put the second one up.
Put the winning run.
Yeah. just to kind of give us some good press.
Yeah, just for good press.
We're doing it for good press.
So again, there was like 40 cars entered, and it was luck of the draw when your car went, and it was a bracket style thing. 8 different groups. Of course, we were in the 8th group, so I had to stay.
I'd be there the whole time.
They started racing cars at 7, and I'm waiting for my car to come up, and it was the final group. I was like, oh, it's after 8 o'clock. I keep looking at my watch.
You were texting late. I was like, whoa, boy.
I hate staying out after 8 o'clock, honestly.
No.
And by the way, Webster Groves, it was at Olive and Oak. They have a big like catering hall at Olive and Oak. You ever been there for dinner?
I have not.
Great place. They have have you ever been there?
Nope.
It's amazing food.
Delicious.
They got a big like catering space there, a big event space.
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah, it looks great. Ooh,
Webster
look at
Groves.
that. I'm starving.
I'd like to spend more time down there. It's a nice little town.
It's wonderful.
Parking sucks.
Not great.
Not great for parking.
Yeah. Even going like, I love Euclid Records there. And if there's anything going on in Webster to where like the parking garage behind their store was full, man, you're going to be circling for a bit, you know? But, you know, man, I mean, it's a little extra work to go to a really great store, so I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, you circle the block a couple times. Man, I had to pee so bad leaving. And I'm like, man, it takes me a half hour to get home. It's like 8:20. By the time I get home, it's going to be almost 9 o'clock. I got to go to bed. I got to get up early. You know, wah. So after my car wins, I'm sorry, our car.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it can be
After
yours.
it wins
it's
that
fine.
final-
You know what?
You did majority of the work. You
After
can
it wins
take all
that
the
final
credit.
race, you know, I leave triumphantly, wave to the crowd as, you know, to applause. Actually, they carried me out.
They did.
I've
Holding
seen it.
flowers in one
carried
hand,
me out.
car in the other. Yep.
Like you do when you win the Indy 500, they put a wreath around your neck, and I'm drinking
There's milk. Yeah. You're pouring milk all over
they
yourself.
carried me out of the building. And the line for the bathroom was tremendous. And at that point, my eyeballs were swimming. But I really want to go home. All right, fine, I'm going to leave. Maybe in the parking lot. I parked in the parking lot. I'm like, maybe I'm going to pee next to my car.
Wow, really?
And where were we parked?
I didn't realize I was parked next to a school.
Okay. Doesn't sound like a great idea, Bubba.
Now,
Local A-list
No,
magazine celebrity Scott Rizzuto was arrested last night.
I didn't do it. But I thought about it.
Yeah.
And all I thought was, there's a school right here.
You did the right thing.
Like, it's pretty well hidden. I'm not going to pee in the parking lot. No.
No. Good for you.
But I thought about it. And in my mind, I'm already in cuffs and explaining why I'm on a sex offender list. You know, the people of St. Louis. But I did not, so thank you.
Glad to hear
Thank
that.
you.
Good.
Thank you. And tell your husband thank you for helping me with the car.
I will.
I know some money was raised last night. It was a very nice charity event. No thanks to Moon.
I apologize. Yeah, I'll let you down,
the
man.
ball in the
It was
show.
just wrong. These are not the months to get help
know.
from me.
You got a
Sucks.
lot going on, bud.
All right. Well, when I said I entered the Pinewood Derby, man, your eyes lit up. Like,
Dude, I was
thought we were
stoked.
gonna-
I was
I thought
stoked.
we were going to do this together.
Had I not had
Right.
a couple unforeseen things, I'd have had some hours for it because I was in. I was going to borrow tools. I had already
Tuesday
lined them up.
afternoon, I'm at my kitchen table. I'm like, what am I going to do with this thing?
Oh, that's
I'm
the worst.
weighing it.
I gave you a bag of paints. This is like the first thing that I got to kind of help you with as like a side thing that you had going on. And so I told him, I go, we got to do well at this. We can't let him down.
Well,
I considered handing you
I was yelling at Tim.
one of our 5 Derby cars at home and just saying, "Here, put a Rizzuto logo on. Take this."
Coulda
It's
done
from
that.
it's from 1987. I'm serious.
Vintage.
I have all my old
transparency,
ones.
I did, for a moment, think of just buying a pre-made one and just racing.
Oh,
What?
no way.
No, we will
you
never sell
you,
out.
You definitely would have had to use mine before that. You can't do that. You got to use one that like,
It's not in the
somebody
spirit,
in the show
it's not in
crafted.
it's not in the spirit of it, but I did think about it.
I got one that's designed like an old World War II plane. That was kind of cool. That was my first one.
I did
when
think
was a
about
kid.
just buying a pre-made one because you could go onto Amazon and they're there.
I think that's, just being truthful here. I think that's probably the route that I would have went. 100%. But I have legitimately no skills as far as
Woodworking, art.
like at all. So it's probably just better for my own safety if I don't try to do that.
Yeah, it was pretty pathetic. I'll be honest with you.
Next year.
Compared to next year. Okay.
But did
next
you have
year.
fun? And was money raised?
Money was raised. Fun was had.
You did a great thing. We appreciate you representing us, and I appreciate.
I
both
sure did.
you
I put
two
on a
doing
collared
work.
shirt too. I wore a collared shirt and non-ripped pants.
And didn't pee in a parking lot.
And
next
didn't
to
pee
a
in the
school.
parking lot. So, yep, it was a good night.
Very good.